Good day, everyone. Welcome to Master Face to Face Selling class. I am Amit, your authoritative selling mentor, and in today's class, we will learn how to convert more customer meetings into sales. A lot of sales professionals comes to me with a question that they have been meeting a lot of customers, but they are not getting enough sales. Customers like their product, but they don't buy. Customers disappear after the first meeting. What to do? Well, let me tell you, in this class, I'm going to give you 5 points that will help you convert more customer meetings into negotiations and sales. So let's get started with the first one. The, the first mistake that I have seen sales professionals making is they treat sales as goal. Sales is never a goal. Sales is actually an outcome of a relationships. Now, you must be wondering how this is a big problem. Well, let me explain it to you. From the beginning, we have been taught that our major function that we have to do is to sell, and this has a big psychological impact on us. As part of this psychology, what we do, we just go out, start meeting customers, we start explaining them with the products, the services that we have, and all the awards and achievements we have won, and what kind of glorious customer list that we have. Basically, what we are trying to do is we are trying to convince the customer so he can buy our product, and we are trying to convince him desperately so that he can buy the product in the first meeting or the first call. Now, on the customer side, it has a negative impact on the customer. When you're desperately trying to convince someone, customers see it as a negative emotion, as a desperate attempt to trap him into a sales. Yeah, it's a very negative emotion for him. So as a result, he disengage and try to run away from you, and that is the reason he suddenly disappears after the first meeting, or he stop responding, or on your face he tells that he likes everything that you said and he will definitely buy, but he never buy and he just disappears. It's because of this reason. So you have to switch your mindset from sales is a goal to sales is actually an outcome, and your goal is problem solving. The time you realize that your goal is problem solving, you actually go in a mode of understanding customer problem and asking questions like, what is your problem? What business has been affected with this problem? How much you're losing? And suddenly you realize you have upgraded yourself from a salesman to actually a consultant. Now customer will trust you more, customer will listen to you, pay attention to you, and you will see a relationship building between you and customer. So remember, sales is not a goal, sales is just an outcome, and your actual goal is to solve customer business problem. All right, the second mistake that salespeople make is they think customer buys a product or a service for logical reasons. Actually, that is wrong. Customer buy a product for emotional reasons. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're selling a CRM product. How would you describe that to me? What does the CRM product does? It does lead management. It does extensive reporting. It has inbuilt call facility. That's how majority of the salespeople describe a CRM or their product or service. But if I ask you, what phone do you use and why did you buy it? Then your response will be like, it is having amazing features and best experience. The picture quality is just amazing. It is studio quality pictures. So you see the difference between when you talk about your own product, how you are communicating emotions. But when when you're selling a product, your company product, but then those emotions are missing. And that is why customer is not able to relate to it. That exactly is my point. So customer buys for emotional reason, not logical reasons. Just remember that and try to attach value to your product in terms of emotions, like how a customer will feel after buying your product. Will it make his business more competitive as compared to competition? He'll be better prepared with that. Or will he make him more reliable in front of the customers? Or will he be making reach out to the market will be much more faster, or he will be saving a lot. So remember, customer doesn't buy product for logical reason, they buy for emotional reason, and those reasons are either they are buying to gain something out of it, or they are buying to avoid any kind of loss. So focus on that part and try to attach an emotional value to your product, and you will be engaging more customers and converting them into sales. Okay, so third biggest mistake that salespeople make in face-to-face selling is they are grappled with this mindset that they are a frontline sales executive. but rather they don't understand is they are the CEO of their own domain. And let me tell you how they are the CEO and how it is affecting their growth. Right now, how this entire growth pattern runs is basically your manager is planning your targets. Your manager is assigning you the territories. Your manager is planning your growth and the success path. Now, this mindset makes you dependent on your manager for help, for training, for guidance, and you are only chasing the target which has been assigned by him. So, if even if you meet the target, the only amount of money you will be making out of it is what he has planned for you. And this has been hampering your growth. Realize you are the CEO of your own territory. Your role in the company is to bring new customers, just like your CEO role is to bring new customers. So you have to behave like a CEO and you have to plan your own growth. So you should be planning what should be the target that you're going to achieve this year. How many sales do you need to achieve that target? How many leads or inquiries do you need to achieve that kind of target? Where do you going to get those inquiries from? Do you going to go to calling, or you're going to go to email, or you're using LinkedIn, or you need to do something else? When you start planning your own career growth, then you are controlling it and you can earn as much as you like from this, and you can grow to any position. So remember, you are the CEO of your own domain, your own territory, and planning and making those sales is in your hand. The time you take charge of your career, you will be in full control. Another biggest mistake that I have seen sales professionals making in face-to-face selling is they think sales is reactive. Rather, sales is proactive. Let me explain this to you with an example. So let's say you are going to demo a product to the customer. So you give them a free trial and give them the access to the demo. Then what do you do next? After 1 week, you start chasing them to see whether they have completed the demo, whether they had any issues with it, or how did they feel about the entire product or service. See, this is a reactive mindset. Well, let me tell you how. Well, these demos, technical demos of product or service, they are handled by someone else in the company, which is not going to be the CEO. CEO never does that. Now, those people, it is an additional responsibility for them to handle that kind of demo. Now, what they're going to do is they need assistance. Now, salespeople's job is to call them up to understand what is their plan in terms of demoing the product, how they are going to test it, what are the key features that are important to them that they are going to test, what assistance, any tools that are needed to complete the demo successfully. Now, salespeople don't take that proactive actions, proactive measures to make sure they contact that person and help him complete the demo quickly as well as successfully, so that it can increase your closure rate, or it can bring more customer meetings and demo products to sales. So like that, there are so many places in your sales process, right from the first contact that you make with the customer to the negotiations and closing, where you need to take proactive actions. Another example I would like to give you is of signing contracts. So most of the salespeople, they just send the contract to the customers, but they never make sure that customer has understood that long contract. Sometimes those contracts are of 20, 25, 30, 40 pages. Now, do you expect a customer to spend time and read those big contracts? So it is your responsibility to probably have a call with the customer and explain him all the key points, probably over a 30 or 45 minutes call, and then send out that contract to the customer. This will make his job a lot more easier. So you have to look at your entire sales process and each and every part where you think customer will have to take a lot of efforts. You can take proactive actions and you can close that gap, and you can drive your sales more faster, more effectively. So be proactive, not reactive.